Hi everyone.
This is Hasna. Today we are going to deal with the poem Song of the Flower, and it was written by Khalil Gibran. Khalil Gibran was a Lebanese artist, poet and writer. He was born in the town Beshari in North Lebanon. He is regarded as a literary and political rebel in the Arab world. His work, The Prophet, is an example of inspirational fiction, including a series of philosophical essays written in poetic English prose. The Prophet has been translated into over 24 languages, is considered as the third most popular poetry in history after Shakespeare and Larousse. The Broken Wings, The Madman, Sand and Forms, Jesus, The Son of Man, etc. are some of his famous works. The poem Song of the Flower incorporates several themes that include optimism, life, living in the present, objectivity, spirituality, and most importantly, the nature. This poem is about an innocent flower describing its journey from the beginning to the end. It describes how it lives to the fullest by becoming an integral part of nature, enjoying each moment of its short life. So, let's read the first stanza of the poem. I am a kind word uttered and repeated by the voice of nature. I am a star fallen from the blue tent upon the green carpet. I am the daughter of the elements, with whom winter conceived, to whom spring gave birth. I was reared in the lap of summer, and I slept in the bed of autumn. The flower is the speaker, and it is personified throughout the poem. In the first stanza, the flower says that it is a kind word repeatedly spoken by nature. The flower is a star fallen down from the blue tent upon the green carpet. The blue tent here means sky, and the green carpet means earth. It is a daughter of certain elements in nature. In these lines, the poet beautifully depicts the life cycle of a flower here. Winter conceived it, spring gave birth to it, summer brought it up, and finally it had the eternal sleep in the bed of autumn, or it died in the bed of autumn. Okay, look at the second stanza. At dawn I unite with the breeze to announce the coming of light. At eventide I join the birds in bidding the light farewell. So in the second stanza, the poet says that in the early morning the flower blooms and joins the breeze to welcome the sun. In the evening it joins birds and says goodbye or bids farewell to the sun. So in the early morning the flower blooms and joins the breeze to welcome the sun. At the evening time it joins with the birds and says goodbye to the sun. Okay, look at the third stanza. The plains are decorated with my beautiful colors, and the air is scented with my fragrance. In the third stanza, the poet says that the grounds are decorated or become beautiful with the presence of flower, and the fragrance of the flower fills in the air. Okay, look at the next stanza. As I rise, slumber, the eyes of the night watches over me, and as I awaken, I stare at the sun, which is the only eye of the day. The stanza says that when the flower sleeps at night, the eyes of the night, which means the stars, guard it or protect it. During the daytime, the flower gets protection and energy from the eye of the day, which means the sun. The eye of the night here means the stars, and the eye of the day, which means the sun. I drink dew for wine, and I hearken to the voice of birds, and dance to the rhythmic swaying of grass. The stanza says that the flower receives dewdrops as its wine, listens to the song of birds, and dances with the swaying grass. Okay, look at the sixth stanza. I am the lover's gift. I am the wedding wreath. I am the memory of a moment of happiness. I am the last gift of the living to the dead. I am a part of joy and a part of sorrow. In this stanza, the poet says that how the flower become a part of joy and sorrow in the life of human beings. Lovers make the flower their gift. The flower makes garland for the wedding. The flower is the gift of happy and memorable moments. It is the last gift to the dead in the form of a wreath. Thus the flower become a part of joy and sorrow. In this stanza, the poet reinforces that one can keep a flower in memory of happier times, but also as a gift to the dead. The flower symbolizes a wide range of emotions and occasions, such as the lover's gift, as a wedding wreath, in the memory of a moment of happiness, and the last gift of the living to the dead. Okay, look at the last stanza. But I look up high to see only the light, and never be looks down to see my shadow. This is wisdom which man must learn. In the last stanza, the flower teaches the world a great lesson. The flower says that people should always look to the light of hope and be optimistic, and never be pessimistic by looking to the shadow of sorrow. And this is the wisdom which man must learn in life. So the meaning of difficult words are, the first one is dew. Dew means drops of water that forms on the ground on the surfaces outside during the night. So the next word is eventide, which means evening. The next word is fragrance, a sweet or pleasant smell. And the next word is hearken, to listen. Next word is utter, to say something or to make a sound with your voice. To say something or to make a sound with your voice. And the next word is wisdom, the ability to use your knowledge and experiencing to make good decisions and judgment. And the next word is slumber, which means sleep. And the last word is sorrow, a feeling of great sadness. Okay, let's now look up some poetic devices in which the poet used in this poem. The first one is metaphor. A metaphor is a figure of speech that compares two objects that share something in common. A metaphor is a figure of speech that compares two objects that share something in common. By equating two seemingly unrelated things, metaphors reveal unexpected connections and insights, adding layers of depth to the next. Here are some examples of metaphors from the poem. The examples are, I am a kind word uttered and repeated by the voice of nature. I am a star fallen from the blue tent upon the green carpet. Okay, I included more examples of metaphors here. Please do check on it. So the next poetic device is anaphora. Anaphora is the repetition of the same word or phrase at the beginning of consecutive line in a specific stanza. So anaphora is also a poetic device in which the repetition of a same word or phrase at the beginning of a consecutive line in a specific stanza. In this poem, all the lines of the sixth stanza begin with the phrase am, or the first three lines of the same stanza begin with the phrase I am the. It is used to emphasize the speaker's points. We can see the examples of anaphora in this poem is the sixth stanza. I am the lover's gift, I am the wedding wreath, I am the memory of a moment of happiness, I am the last gift of the living to the dead, I am a part of joy and a part of sorrow. So in the second stanza, we can see that all the lines are started with the word am. So this is an example of anaphora. I hope that these two poetic devices are clear. Okay, that's all for today. I hope everything is clear. Thank you and having a nice day.